Hi, I'm Robert Ridpath, author of TLC for the Body, Mind, and Soul, and founder of Health Synergy. This is my Health Mastery series. Welcome. Do you ever wonder how some people can stay lean? It doesn't matter what they eat, they stay lean. And do you ever wonder, what's special about their body? What's special about their metabolism? And how come when some people lose weight, they end up gaining more weight after? They get this kind of rebound effect, then ultimately that goes on and leads into yo-yo dieting. Well, to answer that question, I have to tell you a little bit about weight loss programs. So when you go do a weight loss program and you go to a clinic, what happens? You lose some weight, hopefully, and then you go and you stand on the scale. What does that scale tell you? It tells you you lost weight, but does it tell you what kind of weight you have lost? And this will become paramount to your understanding and empowerment. You see, most weight loss programs ultimately end up contributing to a little bit of fat loss and maybe some fluid loss, but they often make you lose a lot of muscle. And the research for many, many years and my personal experience after running literally thousands of high-definition body composition tells me that when most people do weight loss programs, they lose muscle. So I have a question for you. Where do you think you burn fat? The answer is in your muscle. And what happens when you diet? A couple critical things happen that you need to know. Number one, your metabolic rate slows, and literally within 2 or 3 days your metabolic rate can drop to about half of what it is normally. Number two, most weight loss programs cause you to lose muscle, so that means you lose the ability to burn fat, exactly opposite to what you want to happen. And another third thing happens that's really quite interesting. The fat tissue, the fat cells themselves become hypersensitive to the low caloric intake. And so when you start eating again, your body says, wow, evolutionary, we've seen this before, starvation, and so your cells become really sensitive to calories. And so when you eat, you tend to gain more, and preferentially, you gain fat. So these three critical changes, the loss of muscle and the ability to lose fat, the slowing of your metabolic rate, and the tendency to gain more fat after you regain normal eating patterns sets you up to lose. This whole process of slowing your metabolic rate, conserving calories, is what's called the starvation mode. And you've probably heard about this, and it's definitely not something you want to put your body into that state. Starvation mode is bad. It contributes to rebound effect and increased fat storage. And another thing about weight loss programs that you should be aware of is that many of them use diuretics. So you end up peeing a lot, you lose a lot of fluid. And many times they give you laxatives, so you end up pooing a lot. That ultimately doesn't allow you to burn more fat. As a matter of fact, it makes you feel tired and sluggish, and often you end up losing muscle with it as well. So listen, you've invested a lot of time in your health. You've invested a lot of energy, and you've probably put a lot of money into losing weight and weight loss programs, right? So this is important because when you lose weight, it reduces your risk to chronic illnesses, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, cancers. It slows the aging process and so on. So you got to be informed. Don't get tricked or fooled by some of the ads and marketing that's run out there. And how do you know if you're losing the right type of weight? You need to have your body composition tested. And how do you get it tested? You use something called a BIA, a bioelectrical assessment profile, or the gold standard is called the DEXA test. It's a more advanced test, it takes more time, it costs a little bit more, but it is the gold standard. The BIA test is a standard office test that your clinician can run. And the people that run these tests are very well trained, and they measure you. So they catch you before you fall. Right? They set you up to win, and you must know what type of tissue are you losing. Fat, muscle, fluids. You might be interested in a sister video to this one called, Are You Teaching Your Body to Store Fat? And in that video, I talk about at least 15 different ways, lifestyle choices that we make that contribute to our bodies learning how to store fat. So how are you going to feel when you're empowered with the knowledge and skill to obtain your ideal body weight? And this knowledge will last you forever. I wrote about this in my book called TLC for the Body, Mind, and Soul, addressing the underlying causes of chronic illness. My name's Robert Ridpath. This is my Health Mastery video series. I hope this has served you well and allows you to live a fuller, happier, healthier life. Bye for now.